And good morning, everyone. It's 8 o'clock, and it's great to see you at yet one more at the intersection. It's good to be here with you this morning. I'm hoping that our briefing today will not only give us some insights, but provide us some hope. I don't know about you, but the recent shootings that have been happening, I'm just like, this is as senseless as anything can be. I just, when they show up on my screen or what, I'm just like, again, really? So, the work that we're going to be talking about today, is ancient. It's not new. It's in all our world religions, the golden rule, the ethic of reciprocity. But our country probably needed it decades ago, or a decade ago, or a year ago, or a day ago, but here we are. And we're going to move forward, and we're going to be hearing from the design team this morning, who's put all the content and the materials together. And so I'm excited for you to hear about that. I've been fortunate to be along the ride in this and watching it develop. The effort all came into being shortly after Uvalde. I see Paul Furukawa here 2 days after, if all of you remember. Here I am giving an intro to the briefing, but I can't help myself. 2 days after the Uvalde incident, we met at the intersection like this. And we also had a guest speaker from, somebody help me. Sandy Hook. She happened to be, is that right? She was in town where they'd had a school shooting years before. Okay, now I'm just riffing. Anyway, it was that day at the end of the intersection when Paul texted me or chatted or something. I think we need to form a collaborative around that. And I said, would you like to lead it? And so that was the beginning of that. The following weekend was the U.S. Conference of Mayors. And I was stunned by how many people were talking about it. The mayors, I think maybe because Uvalde was so much smaller and more rural than what we were used to hearing with shootings. And it was at that event that the idea for Compassionate USA was born, in conversation and walking through hallways and listening to others. So that's what we're going to be hearing about this morning. I kind of did this in reverse, but I just think it's so important. I'm wondering if we have any announcements this morning so we can give people just a little bit more time to join us. Does anybody have any announcements?
This okay. Peter.
Hey, Peter, go.
Peter Onofre, New Life Christian Center. So we're happy to announce that New Life Christian Center is launching its Helping Hands for Mental Wellness, the Bridges to Care Mental Wellness Program. And we're going to be launching on Sunday, May 21st, 9:30 to 10:30 in the New Life Sanctuary. And we'll have presentations by Donna Costas, NAMI Bridges for Care. We're also going to have Officer Jonathan Esquivel, who's with the Southwest Texas Fusion Center. It's of course, some of you know, law enforcement's interagency collaborative that's reached out to the faith community. And what's really cool is that in our grant, we factored in how we could support law enforcement. So we're tying in how mental health programs can help state and community and partner with law enforcement. So I'm looking forward to that, and we're reaching out to the faith community. I want to thank Donna, Doug, and also Minion over at Antioch Baptist. We're trying to replicate their model over on the east side and build a cohort on the southwest part of San Antonio. Excited for that.
Peter, and I got to tell everybody, you are like one of the best examples of intersectors. You have taken everything that you've heard at the intersection and you have moved with it. So, the hearing about the security assessment at facilities, to applying for that grant and getting that grant, and you just keep stepping up and into it. You've become a part of the environmental collaborative, and you're looking at creating resiliency hubs. And here you are announcing today that you're going to also become a Bridges to Care congregation. I mean, you've just picked up everything and you're cross-pollinizing, you're looking at another congregation in a different area than you are and learning from them. And I just thank you. I guess my job's done. So I can bye. I can
But
go. It's all good. Yeah, right. But
credit
Peter,
to you,
a
and
great
credit
example.
to you and the whole group. Thank you so much for the kind words.
Well, thank you. So any other last 1 minute announcements? And then we're going to go to our briefing. All right. I saw that Julie was with us. Felix Moore. Julie, are you still with us?
Yeah, good morning. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having us, and we're excited to make a presentation to you today.
I don't know who else is with you from the group. I haven't had a chance to look.
Dr. Eric Castillo is with us, and Migdalia Garcia is with us, and I'll let them each introduce themselves. But I'm Julie Moore Felix. I'm with the Alamo Colleges at Northwest Vista and the San Antonio Peace Center, and a part of the Compassionate USA design team.
She is the woman behind all the words. So everything that you hear, she did those.
No pressure.
No pressure.
I'll let Eric and Migdalia introduce themselves.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. It is wonderful to be in community with each of you this Thursday morning, this Chiquito Friday. My name is Eric Castillo. I'm the Chief Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer for the Alamo Colleges District, and I'm part of the Compassionate USA team. And I'll pass it to Migdalia for introductions.
Good morning, y'all. You feel like it's Chiquito Friday, Eric. I feel like it's Monday again. I'm also having technical difficulties. So good morning to everyone.
Good morning. It's great to have you all here. The screen is open if you need to use it.
Yes.
And thank you for being here. I did hear from the mayor, and he is going to be dropping in. So for a bit. So whenever he drops in, we're just going to hand it over to him for a bit, right? So it's all yours. Thank you.
And thank you for Julie for sharing the slides. I'll just begin by saying that we are incredibly excited on behalf of the Alamo Colleges District and the San Antonio Peace Center, and being able to partner with the city of San Antonio on what is going to be a monumental, significant, and transformative gift, a free gift to our nation, to our communities, to our cities, and to people. Compassionate USA is an idea and a creation of a lot of ideas and people culminating over the years, and really just now manifesting into what's going to be a really what we believe exciting opportunity, a campaign, a project, a way to engage and to level up our awareness of and practice of compassion in the world that we live in. You know, we're living in a world right now where we've seen significant amounts of turmoil, distrust, and division. And we believe that this Compassion USA project and campaign is a piece of a puzzle that's going to work towards our collective healing, that's going to bring people and communities together in greater union and greater synergy with each other. And so we are very excited that we have an opportunity to piece this together for you all this morning. We've been meeting with each other, I don't even know how long it's been, since maybe summer, in which we've received information and just been sort of ideating, creating, designing alongside with Anne, who's part of the partnership team of Compassionate USA. And now we have other people who are a big part of this puzzle who are not with us today on the screen, but we have a lot of excellent things happening. People who have been working on the back end, developing the course design, and also working on web and video design. So there's just a lot of people that we'll also mention towards the end of our PowerPoint who are also partners in this project with us. But without further ado, I want to introduce and bring back Migdalia, who will walk us through the website and components of Compassionate USA.
Sure. Thanks, Eric. Okay, and Julie, thank you for the beautiful slide. So, like the intersection, we have many points of intersection that invite people to come into the content and the material. So we have a website and all our materials, y'all. Let me back up just a minute. When we were planning this, just as you all do, we wanted to make sure that it was accessible and that we started with a plain vocabulary so that we could have a shared understanding of what terms like compassion mean, what interdependence means. And the Peace Center now lives and resides and thrives at a community college And of course, our mission as a community college is to democratize education. And so that's what we want to do with this gift to the world, make it accessible for all of us. So one of the ways we're doing that is to have the materials on the website, and it's a central location. It has our partners on there. It has the way to access all the features of our material. So one of those is a video. So when we were thinking about diverse learning styles, we decided that one of the components would be visual and audio in the form of video. So these are really 6 videos, 6 little nuggets that introduce these concepts of compassion in a very accessible way. And we also really believe in agency and inviting people to what they need. So these videos, you can watch a video, you can move on to the contemplative practices, or you can stop. You can choose the order in which you watch the videos. So we really try to make this a people-centered campaign and a people-centered way to access materials. We also have a micro course. So if you think, wow, that was really a great video, I'd like to learn a little more, I'd like to go deeper into the content, I'd like to become micro-credentialed, then you can take one of the courses. And as you can see, we've titled them all B, because we want it to be active and a way to engage in real time in the present. And then lastly, y'all, we've compiled a toolkit that, again, will be some contemplative practices, that will be some how-tos, how to write a press release, how to do a social media campaign, how to take these materials and scale them to engage with your community. Because again, it's about us individually, y'all, and then it's about our system. How do we impact the system? How does the system impact us? Okay, any questions about that to this point?
I've
Okay,
also
thanks, Julie.
encouraged people to put things in chat. Since there are 3 of you, I figure we can multitask questions and answers. So
Yeah, absolutely. So I've gone over this a little bit. I don't know if Julie, you want to share more about any one of those things that wasn't covered.
No, I think you've covered it. It's just a slide explaining what's kind of drilling down on each part of it. So as Meg said, there's a website, and let me see if I can master the art of PowerPoint presentation here and pull it up for you. It will open for me on the screen. So here's a quick look at what you'll see when you navigate to Compassionate USA, our website. And you'll notice that there's some placeholders because we haven't quite launched it, publicly yet, but the videos will be here that Meg mentioned.
Julie, it's still showing the PowerPoint. I think
Oh, is it?
share
I'm
your
sorry about
entire
that.
screen.
Yeah, let me just share my regular screen here.
And we'll also put it in the chat.
Does that look more like a can you see the
No.
website now?
I think you have to unshare completely and then share the entire computer
Okay, let's
screen.
see. I see.
There we
Stop
go.
share.
We got it.
virtual collaboration.
Okay. There we go. How's that look?
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, okay. I need all the help I can get. So this is how you would find the website, and a little bit of a overview of each of the modules. Our trailer is included on the website. And then at the very end, our partners, and then there's a place for you to sign up and receive notifications from us and join the campaign. So it's a little preview there of the website. And I'll go back to sharing the PowerPoint now. Okay.
Thanks for being our tech guru, Julie.
Yeah, I don't know about the guru part, folks, but I'm the tech for better or worse. So there's that. So let's see, what else do we have for you? So I mentioned the video series, and if I can master the art of showing you a clip of that in a second, I will. But we have a wonderful host for the video series. It's Dr. Cynthia de las Fuentes. She's a president-elect of the American Psychological Association. She hosts the video series. So as you view each video, you'll see her. She's amazing. And she'll introduce each of the concepts. And then also she'll introduce the content experts we've invited to be featured in each video. And you'll see a list of those amazing folks here on the screen. So a variety and a diverse crowd of content experts to speak to each of the key components presented in the videos. The micro course
Julie,
is
we're going to take a pause here.
absolutely.
We have the mayor, I think, is with us.
Yes, I'm on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry. I don't want to interrupt the flow of the presentation. I can chime in after if that's
Okay, if you can be with
if that's
us.
suitable. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll make it brief, Mayor, so that you can have ample time. So the micro course is presented through Coursera. They have generously donated their platform. If any of you have taken professional development or other courses through Coursera, you'll know that it is a premier site for education of this kind. And so the course is created and presented through Coursera. It's a self-guided online course. As we mentioned, 6 modules, which correspond with the videos as well. There are lots of interactive pieces to the course, so learners are not just reading and filling out quizzes, but engaging with video components, interactive components, all kinds of really cool things that our instructional designer put together for us. And then a really wonderful part of this opportunity is that at the end of the course, if you finish the whole thing, you have the chance to earn a micro credential or a digital badge. It's another way of saying it, and that is offered through Credly. And so you can place that on your LinkedIn or your other professional documents or sites, and a great way to showcase that you're a part of this campaign. The next component of the campaign provided to folks on our website is the toolkit, which Migdalia briefly talked about. So there'll be tools there for folks who wish to implement this campaign in their own communities, some tools to help them get started doing that, and some additional ideas about how to enrich and deepen the experience of the 6 compassionate skills that we're talking about here in their own communities. And that, my friends, is my part. I'm happy to share a little glimpse at one of the videos or at the course, time allowing, but I want to make sure the mayor has plenty of time to speak to you. So I'll stop there. I'll stop my share and I'll let the mayor shine.
Thank you so much, Julie. I wanted to come on and just essentially cheer everybody on. This is San Antonio's gift to the United States and to the world at a time when I think everybody is looking for a way to break through the paralysis that we feel with what is going on in our communities and across the country. So the launch is scheduled nationally for the Columbus meeting of the U.S. Conference of Mayors, which is happening the first week in June. And right after that, we're going to have a local celebration on June 13th, Anne?
That's correct.
Okay. And the initial response we've gotten has been tremendous. Many of you might be familiar that with the U.S. Surgeon General. He's also going to be in Columbus to talk about the social isolation work and study that's going on right now. So all of this is corresponding and quite well in terms of the timing of the launch of this. So thank you all for your work leading up to this. I think Compassionate USA is very much in keeping with what we've learned from our local communities and the Compassionistas and the training that's going on with Compassion Institutes here locally. So quite literally, a small group of like-minded people can change the world, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. So very excited to be part of this, and thank you all for leaning into it. We have a terrific team here.
And thank you, Mayor, for leading us into it as well. So thank you. Any thoughts or questions for the mayor before he needs to dash off to lead a city and council meeting? Well, congratulations, Mayor, for continuing
Thank
to
you.
be mayor. I think many of us on the screen are glad that it's happened. So thank you and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Glad to be back.
Yeah.
And just for those interested, I don't know if you've already gone over this, Ann. I had my home church here in San Antonio has a monthly meeting of a lot of the elders and community leaders within our congregation. And they hosted me and Ann for a little training and introduction to Compassionate USA. Anybody that wants to do that, we can schedule that. I think it's a really powerful way to get people motivated from the very start locally on what this can do, but also get a global sense of what we can accomplish if we do it together. So very happy to participate with that, in that with you all as well.
Thanks, Mayor. Be
Thanks,
strong. Have a
everybody.
good day.
All right, you too. Good to see everybody.
Bye. So Julie, we'll lob it back to you and the team.
Sure. At this point, I'd like just to invite any questions and or comments or suggestions from the group.
I have a question.
Sure.
So can you explain how this is being funded?
Well, I can try to explain, and probably somebody else can explain it better, but it's a partnership between the Alamo Colleges District and the city of San Antonio in terms of the funding. So portions of the money and support are coming from Alamo Colleges, and then there is a commitment from the city for that, for some financial support as well. And someone else can probably handle the business side of it better than me.
Well, that would be a part of the campaign that, yeah, someone else, hopefully, how that all works. But one of the ways I've been thinking about it recently is that, and we have other plans for this following the launch and other plans specifically to San Antonio. So the investment of dollars in this campaign and coursework, San Antonio by far will reap more than all the benefits in the long term and initially. So all those dollars I see as a direct investment in our city that we happen to be just gifting to every mayor of every city, town, and territory across the country, because we are a generous people and we want to share compassion, and we need to share compassion with everyone. So I see the dollar investment. I know kind of at first it could look at one like an investment, which isn't a bad thing, but throughout the entire country. But when I really look at how much San Antonio itself is receiving from this, it really is an investment in San Antonio. We're doing the kindergarten thing and we're sharing because it's a good thing to do. And yeah, and we're going to lead. We're leading the country in that way. Other questions? I know Emma just put into chat that the mayor and I are going to a gathering they have. And it looks like Emma is inviting us and anyone to go there. So you might look in chat, Juneteenth, June 19. And Emma leads our Healing in San Antonio Community Collaborative. And so she and her husband, Trevor, Bishop Trevor Alexander. Emma, how many congregations are going to be at that event?
I would say probably 30 to 50. They're all around the different United States that will be coming in. So they're hearing that so they can take it back to their cities. So you guys are more than welcome to come and be a part of that. Once we have shared that what we were what Compassionate USA was doing, people got excited about that and wanted to hear more about it. So I'm excited about that our Reformation is wanting to be a part of that and have their logo on there as well. So thank you for the opportunity, Ann. And for
Well,
the
Emma,
those who are doing.
yeah, but you're a perfect example too of how we can each partner and move this forward. So you took something or taking something that was already happening, and you've as I think the term we've used so much during this whole effort is you've amplified it by connecting the two parts together. And then now you're sharing it with anybody else who wants to show up on Juneteenth for an hour as well. But we all need to be doing that. One of the things we've not talked about yet this morning is how to partner. And I think I sent that information out with the notification for today, all the partner information. But basically what it means, there's no cost. So there's that. Other than life commitment. So that I consider it more of an investment and not a cost, but are three parts in the partnership of saying yes, affirming the need for compassion in the world and this effort. So affirmation. The second one is promoting, telling, communicating about, which is what you did, Emma, in terms of you shared it with some of them. They got really excited about it. So let's do it. So that whole promotion and communicate and telling others about it. And then the third component, I could say it's the most important, but it's as important as the first two, but really needs to happen. It's dissemination and integration, implementation of the actual campaign and the short course out in the world. So each of those congregations or any organizations here that wish to partner and become a partner, that partner agreement is then to take all these materials and share them with all your networks and colleagues, other organizations that you know, and freely share it and give it away with us. So that's our dissemination plan. But if you think about it in terms of The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, word of mouth is the best mover of a movement. And so it's kind of like that. If you think about it, we're just going to move it through people and connections and enthusiasm and excitement. So any organization, congregation can partner with that, and you can just email me and we'll take it from there. Any questions or thoughts? Any excitement or insights? Well, that's okay, because those of us in the team are excited enough for all of us. So we're just.
And it looks like Kendra has a question.
Oh, good. Kendra, talk to us.
Okay. Is there a flyer for this that we can put in our newsletter for Western Need Running? Also, if you become a partner in this, is it something where your organization or congregation has to teach classes, or is it just having the material on hand to promote within your network and the things that you described?
It's both of those things. Okay. So you can, you could have a Sunday morning class around it and use the videos once a week and then move into the course together, or, and put it like into newsletters and the links. People can do it at home with their family. If you have teachers in your congregation, encourage them and tell them about it, and tell them they can use it in their schools, parent-teacher gatherings. I mean, how it can be used is, that list is only as long as our imagination. And it's all those ways, right? And because I know somebody had talked about it, how quick can I get it? Because I want to use this for adult forum on Sunday morning. I mean, it's instant material and the videos are less than 7 minutes. So it's not like you're sitting through, which I don't mind doing, by the way, but sitting through a movie together and then discussing it, right? It's less than 7 minutes and you can watch it and you can have a really great, not just a discussion, but action, maybe even start to form. Like, what do we do with this with our children? with our daycare center or with the school, or this is for everyone, everywhere, in every situation. I don't know. Yeah, we'd like to, it'd be easy if we could focus it, right? But it's not. It's for everybody. So I hope the mayor thinks about showing it. It just hit me. Maybe at the beginning of city council meetings, those might be different council meetings if they all watch 7 minutes together. Look at Julie. What? 7 minutes together, and how that would inform their work together. Oh, okay. I'm moving that idea forward. Yeah. Yeah.
I think
We
I
need
like
to
that
think about
idea.
this. Yeah.
I think I like that idea.
It's still on. Oh, good.
I'm
Already
still
moved up.
listening.
I didn't know you were still there. Good.
I'm still
You
in
made my
transit,
day.
so I'm listening. That sounds like a great idea.
Wouldn't it be? I think it's an awesome idea. Yeah. Other thoughts and questions?
And I put that same idea to you. I said, wouldn't it be great? We could do it at the intersection.
You bet.
Watch some
And
videos
I
at the
was going to come
beginning.
out with that later, but yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Ian.
No, we're going to use them at the intersection, which reminds me though, there is a sneak preview of the material. Thursday, May 25th, 3 p.m. our time, but it's going to be national. So others will be watching it all across the country, where you'll see the real content and a video, of course. Julie, you want to say more about that?
Sure. Well, just gonna have sort of a repeat-ish of this presentation, but with more time so that we can show a full video to folks and open the course up and sort of let a little bit of exploration take place, just so you can get a preview as a partner to what the materials actually look and feel like, and how they, how you navigate them and things like that. So a little more time to digest the content and get to kind of play around with it and ask questions. And that'll be on the 25th. I believe Anne will be sending out some communication to partners and as an invitation, and we'll do that together on the 25th.
So if you want to become a partner before the national launch, which is June 2nd through 6th, that has to happen in May. If you want to be a partner before then, partners will come on for who knows how long after that. But if you want to be a partner before that and have your logo on the website, this is the month to do that. Incarnate Word, University of Incarnate Word was our first local partner. And I know that Bishop Trevor, in his bishopry, that they are also a local and national partner. So all stepping up and stepping in. Randy, I see your face in the screen. Randy attended that day at Colonial Hills. I'm wondering, Randy, from somebody who was sitting in the pew that day, what you heard and what you saw and what you think the potential is of this campaign, if you don't mind. You're on mute.
All right, now can you hear me? Okay. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be just tremendous. I love the thought of it and the movement of it. And I want to, in fact, we have a session meeting Tuesday night that I want to bring it up to our church and see if we can do one of these meetings there. Now, you just mentioned Anne becoming an initiating member. How do we do that? How do I propose that to the session?
Well, what I will do, I sent in this last notification for today's at the intersection. I attached. So if you want to go back, but what I'll do is I will just send that all out again.
Okay.
So there's a letter there from the mayor. There is a one page that describes the campaign, but it also describes partnership. And then there's an example partnership certificate, which spells out what the partnership is, because Compassionate USA also has their part in that partnership, putting their logo on the site. So what you'll be asking your session is, do you want to partner with this infusion of necessary compassion in our city and our country. And if we say yes, is it okay that I send our logo, Madison Square's logo, to Ann, and we'll get it posted through the team?
Okay, well,
That's
that's
what it comes down
great. And
to.
Barbara was at that meeting too, and Barbara has better ears than I do, so she she takes good notes.
Is Barbara
Any-
on? I'm gonna look.
Yeah, she's on. Listen, I want to say something to the others, just as a suggestion first. In trying to do something like when another experience, make a list. I'm making a list. I've been making a list for the past 30 minutes of who needs to hear about this, because we all have connections, and who needs to hear about this. Make a list and do it. I know that you're big on that, and that's how I intend to pass things along too. There's some people that need to know about this morning so they can start working on it.
There's a reason you wore your power shirt this morning, Randy.
Is
Barbara,
this my power shirt?
Your power shirt, you're ready. Barbara, did you want to add anything to what Randy said?
Not really. I am making notes as well, Randy. He's my brother. I'm his assistant. But I did have one little question. I work with a lot of nonprofit, and I would like to bring it to those type of formats. And I don't know if should we just share? I was thinking first we just share the website right now. We could do that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then try to get them into one of these places to share it, because I don't think you're allowed to advertise in a lot of the nonprofit 12-step type of programs that we're affiliated with. So I just wondered how I could kind of integrate that, because those people really are involved. They really want to be involved, and it could help a lot of people.
Well, and you can also, the attachments that I've sent, you can also make a copy of those and hand them to them. And they can just take it from wherever they want to go, or we can do a presentation at a nonprofit or something like that. But the launch night would be a good night to invite people on June 13th. Of course, that's after the national launch. We'll have our local launch then, but that's a good night. Or the preview on the 25th. We don't have to set up, we can, but we don't have to set up yet another time to gather. We've got some gatherings coming up. Just start pointing people there. And remind people too, if they themselves are not able to come, well, I'm sure in an organization, they can invite someone else to come in their place. That's all you need, is a set of eyes in an organization. And yes, nonprofits, businesses, again, the list, MBA team. I mean, just think whatever you can, and they can be a partner in this. So.
And Barbara, I'm going to be making a recording of the partner presentation, and we'll probably edit that up a little bit so that it could be packaged in a way that folks that need to show, just like, hey, here's a preview of the materials and what they look like, just to explain it to people without hearing the whole recording. We'll edit that up and have that available as a tool. So y'all will be able to have a short video presentation you can share with your constituents and communities of practice.
Great, thank you.
That's going to be a great tool. We can use that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I've already went 8 minutes over my pause moment, so I'm going to pause right now. So be thinking if you have one last question. Next week is today is the 11th. I believe next week we're going to be hearing about the Farm Bill from Eric Cooper at the Food Bank, and what that will mean to the process, the movement of food to those who are most in need of the food, what that bill means. So I'll be sending out more information about that, but I invite everybody to come because we really need to hear about it and how we can be involved as a community. Others' thoughts? Lauren, isn't that next Thursday? Do I have my Thursdays right?
It is.
She's looking too.
Yeah. No, it's not next Thursday. It is the following Thursday.
The following Thursday.
The
Okay.
25th.
Well, that's coming.
Thanks for the plug, though. We're excited to come and chat.
Yep. 2 weeks. Any other last comments or questions? Well, I just want to thank this stellar and Olympian team. I cannot tell you, maybe somebody else like in the business of video production and campaigns, it has been less than a year in production, and what has been produced is just totally amazing that it has come together in the time it has. This design team has worked hard and worked for all of us in that process of bringing compassion into the world in larger and yet simpler ways so that many more of us can learn as well. So thank you to the design team for doing your work. I don't know if the mayor is still on, but I realized this morning that we passed our 3 years of being at the intersection. On April 30th was the first time we met 3 years ago. So we're close to April 30th, but we already passed it. So, but 3 years of doing this. So thank you all for being a part of that. So have great weekends. My yard is green. From a distance, it looks great, but it's a lot of weeds really, but it's green from a distance, very green. It's nice to see. So,
And the mayor did put a response in the chat.
thank you. You want to just read the response?
It says, thank you, everyone. As we stare into an uncertain future where the prospects of isolation, violence, and even artificial intelligence, people all over our world are increasingly fearful and angry. There's no doubt that compassion is the antidote. In fact, it is what makes us human and should give us hope. Signing off.
And so we sign off. Thank you all. Appreciate you.